Please remember to subscribe, hit the button, and share and like this video. I want to talk about John Singleton. John Singleton is reported to be in a coma right now. I don't know if it's self-induced because he had a major stroke. He's 51. John Singleton is responsible for creating a revolution in film, especially black cinema, as far as black cinema with a universal appeal. He's birthed stars like Nia Long, Morris Chestnut, a lot of people. He helped inspire Ice Cube to have his own film success and continue. It's so many people that he's affected. You had Angela Bassett, Lawrence Fishburne. The list goes on. It's so many people. He did for the West Coast what Spike Lee did for the East Coast, and creating so many stars and careers. You know, John Singleton has been someone in my life in the past that has helped me along the way. Little things, you know, I won an award, or it was a contest in my 7th grade. I went to Woodworth, I went to Morningside, Monroe, and he was a part of that because I believe he was associated or went to the school. He knew the teachers at a time. I mean, it goes back further. I mean, I can go back to Woodworth Elementary School. He shot Boys in the Hood in my classroom, the classroom that's actually in Boys in the Hood. That was my 4th grade classroom. And another connection was in Monroe, Monroe Junior High in Inglewood, California. He actually had a contest. It was some kind of contest. I won 3rd place. I don't know if I had to write a essay or draw a picture. It was something that I had won, and it was a cash prize. And then later on in my life, he gave me a scholarship. He gave me a scholarship when I went to Cal State Northridge. And the thing about his generosity, it was more than that. You know, I had just won some trip, and I came back. I believe I went to Atlanta, Georgia, and I came back. I had won a playwriting contest, and he walked into my class. Next thing I know, he wanted to give me a scholarship along with a couple of other people, and the scholarship helped because I had multiple scholarships, and it inspired me to become more of a writer, wanting to just be in all parts of film, and seeing him and having those memories and things, those connections from when I was in 4th grade all the way up to later on in life. It inspired me to go in that direction of film, but I didn't know it would be so hard and so difficult, which it has been. But what it's done is it allowed me to learn and see what it was all about and stick to it. I'm a published author right now. I'm venturing back into film. I've done short films. I have screenplays, movies that I've written, and more books on that's coming. One of the books is called Scare the Light: The Dream Memoirs of Russell Banks, and it's a series. And then I have a book on colorism, and a lot of the ideas that he had in Boys in the Hood and things like that, I incorporated into my new book that's coming out called The Brown Paper Bag Boys and the Colorism Experiment. Now, all of those things would not have came to pass had I not been a part in some way in John Singleton's life. It's just, you know, you didn't have to become the biggest star, because he's birthed a lot of stars, you know, in his projects like Higher Learning. You have Michael Rappaport is one of them. I mean, it's just so many people that were a part of it. You have Snowfall, the TV show. He's produced Hustle and Flow, Black Snake Moan, all of those type of films. Boys in the Hood is his crown achievement. He was the youngest director nominated for an Oscar, as well as a screenplay as well. As far as his impact and how he created so many stars, he's also impacted people that didn't become stars, just people in regular life. And with his charitable contributions, like he wanted to see people win. His office I was in contact with his office for years, and they had called to check up on me to see where I was at and see what I was doing. So he still had a heart to find out what would happen. But when you have a plug of a magnitude like that, it still doesn't guarantee you success. His 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 attitude, I believe, is more so he wanted you to go out there and do it and get somewhere on your own, just like he did. He used to sit in classes and he wasn't even a student, just to learn the craft of film. And you see where that brought him. And I just want to send out prayers to John Singleton, his family, his mom, because what they're going through is heavy. My mom had 3 massive strokes. They weren't as massive as what I'm hearing what he went through, but I understand what it's like. I understand the feeling of not knowing what was going to happen. And the strokes, I know a lot about them now after my mom had several. I know that you have a different effect every time. It could be you lose your speech. It could be you lose your ability to walk. My mom just got up for the first time, thank God, since September. So September of last year. So just imagine that long period of rehabilitation, recovery. I pray for his family. I know he's going to be all right. I just know he's going to be all right. I just have a feeling he's going to make it out of this. And hopefully, if he's in a coma, I hope it was induced, medically induced, because at least they can control, and maybe they want some swelling to go down. Maybe it was a brain hemorrhage. It's a lot of issues that you have when you have a stroke, but you need to be stable. And whatever was going on when he had a stroke in the hospital, hopefully the doctors that are dealing with him, the nurses that are dealing with him, God puts his hand on all of them and their hearts and spirits are in the right place to help him have a full, better recovery so he can just come back dominating. But I believe that he's going to overcome. So prayers go out to him, his family, his mother, and just send prayers for his overall situation, because strokes are no joke. They're not anything that you would expect, anything that you would want. And I know today is my birthday, but it feels like a full circle moment that he's had a stroke. My mom is still recovering. This is April 2019 from a stroke she had in September 2018. So I definitely understand what the family would have to go through. So God willing, everything will be all right. He'll be able to make his shows, continue Snowfall, continue movie projects that he was doing. And I just wanted to give my little bit of information because I feel like he's the only film artist that I ever been connected to. And he's literally reached in his pocket and handed me money, to go to college and to do certain things. And I definitely will always have respect for him and put him up high in my mind and my heart with anything that I achieve in the film world, or just creative world, or writing, anything, acting, anything that would help, really, really tell the story of when you have somebody that believes in you, that motivates you, or someone that you can see, you might never meet them. There's inspiration everywhere. There's inspiration all around. So definitely, you let me know. Check my information at the bottom of this video. And thank you so much. Talk to you later. Peace.